Hello and welcome to another episode of Mukthafilms 60 chat sessions. I'm Ashwin Achal, Mukta Srinivasan's grandson, and we have a very special guest with us today, award-winning actress, star actress. Let's give a big welcome to VidyaBalan. Vidya, thank you so much for joining us. It's a real pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Ashwin. It's wonderful to be here because, I probably have a connection with Mukthafilms before you do.
That's right.
Because Mukta auntie, who's your mother's sister,
That's right.
and Mukta auntie and her family, and we used to live in the same building in Chembur. So as a matter of fact, I know your extended family also. I know your mom and Ravi uncle and your grandmother. Please say hello to everyone for me.
I surely will, Vidya. Yes, we have also been tracking your career right from day one, and we couldn't be more proud of all the achievements and everything that you've done with your career. It's so nice to have you back on the family. And Vidya, you know the format of the show. We have collected questions from your fans on the Mukthafilms 60 group. We will try to get through as many questions as possible. We will start with the first question, Vidya, if you're ready.
Yes, absolutely.
Our first question is from Uma Ganapati, who asks, how was your experience acting as Shaguntala Devi, the math genius? What was the homework you had to do to portray such a strong character?
Hi, Uma. Honestly, it was all there in the script. It was an extremely well-written script. So knowing the script well was a large part of my preparation, and I was aided in that by my director, Anu Menon. But, we were very lucky to have access to Shakuntala Devi's daughter, Anupama Banerjee, and son-in-law, Ajay. Actually, it was through conversations with them over a period of 3 years that Anu Menon and her co-writer Nayanika actually culled out the story you see on screen, because there was so much information. So I think that access to that kind of personal information really helped just understand her person, because there are lots of things you don't see in film, but I had to imbibe her personality, and therefore I think that was very helpful. Then I have the math shows, which I was very nervous about, because her math shows, when she did a math show, it was like she was doing a magic show. There was a certain energy, there was spunk, there was ease, effortlessness. She just shut her eyes for a couple of seconds and she'd give you the answer, but she was witty, she'd engage the audiences. So there was a performance, So I think I was nervous about that. But thankfully, with my director, I got over those initial jitters that I had. On the very first day of shoot, as a matter of fact, I had a math show scene. And I kept telling Anu Menon, I said, why did you have to do this on the first day? But because I did it on the first day, I suddenly felt, at the end of it, I remember the entire, everyone on set ended up clapping, and I suddenly felt, oh my God, very sweet of them. They were very encouraging. But that was what I needed at that time. Unfortunately, that scene didn't make it to the film. But I think it served its purpose.
No doubt you did a splendid job, Vidya.
Thank you.
Congratulations for your wonderful portrayal of such a strong character. The next question is from Sandeep, who asks, the late great playback singer SP Subramanyam held a special place in all of our hearts. What were your memories of him, and do you have a few favorite SPB songs?
Through this period when he was ailing and there was news pouring in that he was critical, and then he was better, and then he was critical again, I think all of us were praying for him. I, of course, love SPB because of the fact that he could convey any emotion through his singing. It was, he could make you feel any situation. He could literally transport you into that world with his voice, which is so rare. No wonder he sang apparently 40,000 songs in 16 languages. That's mind-boggling. And I remember growing up, we would go to my Perima's house often while growing up. My Perima being my mother's elder sister. And she stayed close to Chembur station. And there were lots of these little shops, lining that street. And there was one particular shop that would play SPB songs every day at 4 p.m. A lot of those songs I don't even know. But when I hear SP Subramanyam's voice, I think it takes me back to the comfort and security of my childhood. And it brings back so many memories. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to meet him ever. And my mom is a huge fan. I remember her saying, I want to sing with him once. As a matter of fact, the day he passed away, my sister wrote this on FB, and all these memories flooded back. I just think also, I used to, initially when I joined the industry, a lot of people would ask me, because my father's name is Subramanyam.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
So a lot of people thought that, maybe there was a connection. Sometimes I'd lie just for fun and say, yeah, he's my uncle, my mother's brother. But, he will live on. That voice will live on much beyond us. And God bless his soul. I hope he's resting in peace. There are lots of favorite SPB songs. And this is not out of lack of respect or anything that I'm calling him SPB. But, he was, I'm not going to say SPB sir or something, even though I have great respect for him. Because you refer to, how it is when, as a fan, you always say, yeah, SPB is boys. Yeah. So I'm not going to fake it and say SPB sir or anything like that. Yeah. But lots of favorite songs. But one song that I sing very often is Sathiya, Tune Kya Kiya, which featured Revati and Salman. And it was just, I don't know, there's something amazing about that song. Also a lot of songs from Maine Pyar Kiya, a lot of Tamil songs. Yeah. Ek Duje Ke Liye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Innumerable songs.
That's right. Yeah, we'll certainly miss him. What a fantastic body of work there. Rest in peace.
And he also acted.
That's right.
And I'm so glad he did, because, expression came to him. I think he was acting anyway, behind the mic.
Yeah. I think he's a natural talent, both with his voice as well as acting, anything to do with the film industry.
Yeah.
Great man. Vidya, moving on to the next question. This is from Shanti Sridevi, who asks, in the movie Shaguntala Devi, the relationship between mother and daughter is highlighted. What is your opinion about the mother-daughter relationship in the present generation?
I think the mother-daughter relationship is a tricky one. It's fraught with, I think, a lot of tension, a lot of angst. But that's because there is a lot of love, there's a lot of understanding, there's a sense of wanting to protect. I think especially mothers don't want their daughters to go through what they have been through as women. So, I think there is a certain, and I think we can almost, each one of us is unique, right? But I think there is a certain, I think women just understand women better, and therefore mothers understand their daughters the most. So I think whether it's, you talk about 50 years ago or now, it's the same. Having said that, I think today communication, there is a certain openness in communication between mother and daughter, which was probably not the case before.
Yeah, that's right. Moving on to the next question. This is from Vidya Dwarakanath. Vidya, you'd know her well.
Yes.
We spoke about the whole connection. Vidya Dwarakanath is your neighbor Mukta's elder sister, our aunt. She first says hi, and her question is, Vidya, as South Indians, we are really proud of you. You rock in the Hindi field in the characters that are not only out of the ordinary, but clearly a cut above all. Do you have any regrets about not having done a significant role in Tamil movies?
Firstly, hi Vidya auntie and a big hi to Bhuvana and Jabuna, her daughters, for people who don't know. Thank you very much for your kind words. No, I have no regrets. I feel like, it's all divine timing. So it will happen someday, and I'm waiting for that day. But I don't have any regrets.
Nice. The next question is from Swati Venkatraman, who asks, did you ever feel that you missed landing a role by a whisker which someone else did?
Hi Swati, actually there are roles that I've said no to and other actresses have ended up doing, but I've never regretted any of those decisions. Especially you regret it when you look at it and you say, wow, this turned out really well. But when it turns out really well, it just means that the actress has also done a fantastic job, leaving no scope for you to imagine yourself in it. So no, I don't regret it.
Yes. The next one is a fun one, Vidya. This is from Rama Mahesh, who says, hi, Vidya ma'am. How are you? Can you sing a song for me in Tamil?
Ayyo. Firstly, hi. I shall attempt and there are just a couple of songs I know a couple of lines in.
Okay.
Otherwise I know one line. Let's see. காற்றே நீ வாசல் வந்தாய் மெதுவா கதவு திறந்தாய் காற்றே உன் பேரை கேட்டேன் காதல் என்றாய். Ayyo!
Wow, that was shockingly good, Vidya. I think you have a non-net career there as a playback singer.
No, considering, there is this and that's Arthath ambujata patela avarat kare kunjinata ketela. These are the two songs I have two lines in. So I think because I end up singing it often whenever someone asked me to sing a Tamil film, I think that's why it's almost practiced. But thank you, Ashwin, you're very kind.
Oh yeah, that was really, really good, Vidya. That was really fun also. Thank you. The next question is from Srimati Krishna Kumar, who asks, what do you think of the late great actress Sridevi? What were your interactions with her?
I worship Sridevi. I worship her, and I think I always will, because again, with her, she's done all kinds of films, but you pick up the worst film she's been part of, and Sridevi is always good. Sridevi is great. There was nothing she couldn't do with conviction. I think that is such a, that's the most important quality for an actor. And she performed with such conviction, and therefore there was abandon, there was a certain freedom. And she used her face, her body, like you see, for example, you see Mr. India, you see that one song, Hawa Hawai. Actually, no, you see just the songs of Mr. India also, you'll see a different Sridevi. In every song, there was nothing she couldn't do, and she'll make you cry at the same time. She's great, and she does a chaplain in Mr. India, and it's unbelievable. No one's done it like her, except Charlie Chaplin, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, and my interactions with her were very few, but very special, because I couldn't even, believe that she actually knew who I was. Every time she complimented me, she was so generous, and I was like, I think I would have a stupid smile plastered on my face, because for me it was like, Sridevi knows me.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Yeah. Miss her a lot. The next question, Vidya, is from Sharada Krishnan, who asks, hi, Vidya ma'am, how are you? So happy to interact with one of my favorite, beautiful and homely actresses. In Nerkonda Parve, your character is short, but you have acted very beautifully. Do you know that the character was inserted for the Tamil version of the movie? What was your experience with acting with Mr. Ajit? Wish you many more laurels.
Firstly, hi and thank you. Yes, I was fully aware that this was an addition to the Tamil version, but I'm so glad it was, and that Boni Kapoor, Boni ji asked me to do it. It was fabulous working with Ajit. We worked together for 5 or 6 days, and it was so easy. It felt like we had known each other forever. We talked a lot, about various things. And I realized that, this is Tala Ajit. But he was like, so cool. Absolutely fabulous. When you see, he carries his success, his fame so lightly. I think that's really admirable.
Yeah.
And that song is a lovely film. The song is a lovely song in the film.
Oh, yes.
So,
oh, yes. The next question is from Shivakumar TD, who asks, you were rejected when you tried to land a role in your early film career, that is in Tamil movies. How did you feel at the time?
Hi. At that time I was heartbroken. At that time I was angry. And I was going through a bad time, so I was facing rejection after rejection. So I think I took it even more badly than I would have otherwise. I of course took it personally because I think the producer who replaced me in his film didn't do it very well. I think he made me feel almost ugly, So I think that wasn't nice. I think the same thing could have been said better, and I hope no one goes through anything like that. But having said that, I think my faith has always held me in good stead. There's a Sai Baba Mandir close to my home in Chembur where I used to go every day and literally cry to Sai Baba saying, if this was not to be, why did you dangle the carrot in front of me? Now, if you've brought me so far, you better take me through it. And that's what happened. I think family support is invaluable and I'm blessed with that. Yeah. And I think therefore I got through it. And, I'd say things happened in a way that were bigger and better than I had imagined. And no regrets, absolutely. To each his own. Today, sometimes I even feel that maybe there was no other way the producer could have done it. Because it must be, my husband's a producer, and I know that sometimes they have to take some decisions that are tough. So I don't hold it against him anymore. So be it.
You kept the faith. Vidya. I think that was crucial. You didn't, take that rejection as a negative and give up on your dream. So that is
right.
Very crucial to just keep moving forward.
Right.
Yep. Fantastic. The next question is from Malvika Siddharth, who asks, how challenging was it to essay the bold role of Silk Smitha in Dirty Picture? Was it an immediate yes when the script came to you, or was there some level of hesitation? I fell in love with you in that movie.
Thank you, Malvika. It was, for me, it was an instant decision. I said, wow, I want to play this role, because so far I'd been doing a certain kind of role. But now suddenly I was getting to break out of that mold. I did think that maybe Milan Luthria knocked on the wrong door. I almost couldn't believe that I was getting this opportunity, because people wanted to cast me in the same girl next door kind of roles again and again, and I was already bored. It had hardly been a few years into my career, so I jumped at it. Of course, there were people who told me, but are you mad? You're ruining your career. This could mean the end of your career. You're going to play Silk Smitashi and you are completely different. And I was like, that's why I'm an actor. I'm so glad I went with my instinct.
Yeah.
That film has given me so much. I'll always be grateful for that.
Yeah. A related question there, Vidya. This is from Vasanti Janardhan, who asks, how did you manage the sexy scenes in Dirty Picture as you look homely and you sort of associated, like you said, with homely sort of characters?
I guess there's, we are all capable of being everything we can possibly imagine. And as an actor, I think you learn to harness those various parts of you. I can be a Silk, I can be a Shakuntala, I can be a Parinita. And, you know, and with a good director, what happens is they literally draw that out from you. And therefore, all the credit goes to my director, Milan Luthria. But I think there is a Silk in me also.
That's good. The next question is from Abhishek Shankar, who asks, tell me about your experience growing up in Chembur. Also, share your experience about acting in the Hindi serial Hum Panch for Balaji Telefilms and later working as a very successful star to do Dirty Picture with the same banner.
Okay. So, Abhishek, I love Chembur. That's where, you know, I was born. That's where I grew up. I have a lifetime of memories. I've spent 31 years there. I have relatives there. My Sai Baba Mandir is there. You know, schooling and everything. Chembur gives me comfort. I still drive to Chembur sometimes. I just drive past the Sai Baba Mandir. I drive past my old house. It's so precious, really. It'll always be special to me. And about doing Hum Panch, I remember, you know, my mom and I was sitting and watching Hum Panch one Thursday. It used to air on Thursdays at 8 p.m. and 8 or 8:30 p.m. And I remember my mom telling me, because I'd done one TV show before that which didn't air. And I said, yeah, you know, I didn't think it was going to happen. Within a few months, I actually landed a role. I replaced one of the actors in the show. So they really say, na, watch what you ask for. But good things happen when you ask for, you know, the sun and the moon and the stars. I think it was doing Hum Panch was magical. It was the first time I saw myself on TV. And then, of course, lots happened. Hum Panch was the beginning, and then the Dirty Picture was definitive, and both were made by Ekta Kapoor, who, you know, tells stories with a great deal of passion, and more power to her because, you know, she's not wedded to any one genre or one type of story. And I love that about her. And she's so gutsy. And, you know, if, like I said, if Hum Panch was the beginning, the Dirty Picture gave my career a new, I don't know, not a new, I almost think it redefined my career in a lot of ways. Because after that, people said that, oh, she can do any kind of role, you know. So, yes, I did both with Balaji, and it was, I hope we work together again sometime in the future.
Oh, yes. The next question is from K. Venkatraman, who asks, if you were given a boon to act in a yesteryear classic, which movie would it be?
I think there is that movie with that Sanjeev Kumar did in Hindi and Shivaji Ganeshan sir did in Tamil. A Northern Norat. I forget the name in Tamil, but where they play 9 characters.
9 characters, right.
I'd love to do a female version of that. Really. What actors, what performances. Each character was distinct. I don't know if I can do it as well as it, but I'd love to give it a shot.
You bring out your full repertoire with all 9 different characters. The next question is from Kumaresh, who asks, what is the secret to you choosing brave and challenging roles?
I think, Kumaresh, I just get bored. I get bored very easily. So I need to constantly keep myself engaged and entertained and challenged. For me, an actor is someone who's constantly taking on different people, is taking on different people's personalities. You know, I don't want to keep playing myself. That anyway, by default, will be there in every character I play because there's just one me. But at least by choosing different characters, you know, I get an opportunity to push myself a little more each time, to explore a new facet to myself. So, yeah.
Super. The next question is from Sujata Ravi, who asks, ma'am, we are all aware it is not at all easy to reach a high standard in the film industry as it is mostly male dominated. You have created a place for yourself and set standards which I think no one can reach in the near future. A few words on your struggle to reach this pedestal and the initial compromises you had to make.
Hi, Sujata. Thankfully, I've not had to compromise ever. And I think that's because I had family support. That makes all the difference. Because, there were decisions I took or choices I made that I could afford to, because I knew that my family's survival did not depend on me. So I could say no to a lot of things that I didn't believe in. I could walk away from things that didn't excite me, from opportunities that didn't excite me or I wasn't convinced about. I think so. I feel I've been very, very fortunate in that sense. And I didn't even see it as a struggle, honestly, because I just felt like, oh, this is how it is. I come from a non-film family, so it's going to take longer. It's okay, as long as it happens, and it did happen. So I'm very grateful for the journey I've had.
Fantastic. We're going into our last question now, Vidya. This is from Shanti Subramanyam, who asks, "Hi, Vidya. Nice and proud to know that you belong to the Palakkad Iyer sect, which I too am from. I have watched you from the Hampanch years in ZTV and seen your growth graph in the difficult Bollywood fraternity. I loved your Parinita role so much and your lovely expressions in the song Piyu Bole. What are your upcoming movies?"
Hi, Shanti. Firstly, thank you so much. I hope you watched Shakuntala, which is on Amazon Prime. If you haven't, please watch it. It's my latest release. But I'm working on a film called Sherni, which is set in the jungles of India. I was going to actually tell you where it's set, but I'm not going to tell you that. It'll release sometime mid next year. We're hoping to resume shoot next month. So fingers crossed. And as of now, I only commit myself to one film at a time. Because, when I read a story, I feel, wow, I want to tell this story. But 6 months later, I might feel differently. So I don't commit myself to beyond one film at any given point of time, which is why I'm only able to share this with you. But I think in a few weeks in a few weeks, I'll know what I'm going to do after Sherni. I guess you'll get to read about it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we will. That's all the time we have for now. Thank you so much, Vidya, for your time. It was a real pleasure and honor to have you on our show. Please.
It was lovely to chat with you. And please say hi to your mom and also to Mukta auntie, Raghu uncle, Nitya, Shubha, Ravi uncle, big hug to all of them. I haven't seen them in years. It's been 10 years since we shifted out of Chembur, and I think I must have met Mukta auntie once in between. But please give them my love and regards. And big hi to everyone else in your family. I enjoyed doing this, so thank you for having me on your show.
Oh no, the pleasure is all ours, Vidya. I will definitely pass on your regards to everybody, and I can tell you they all say hi and they wish you nothing but the success. They take a lot of pride in your success, so we hope to see you carry on and do great things. 60.
A big congratulations to Mukthafilms on turning 60.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vidya.
Thank
Good
you,
luck
Ashwin.
and thank you again.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.